Sup dudes, SGD here. You're gonna have to forgive me a little on this video. I've been trying to record it, but I'm super loopy. Today was the first day of the new job. I didn't get, like, any sleep last night just for any number of reasons. I had to be up at 7, which is earlier than I've been up in a very long time, because I've been nocturnal for ages, even when I was at my old job. But I felt like doing this video. This is the furry friend tag. I was tagged by a friend, Cool Hand Wiz, Luke, who's another awesome YouTuber. He caught me in a stream actually and said, "Yeah, you should try this," you know, because I mean, I've mentioned the dog and shown him a couple of times, but I've never like introduced him to everybody. So I figured this was a perfect opportunity for that. I wish I could introduce you guys to Rufus as well, but he's still in Pennsylvania with my parents. Maybe I'll do it a second time, some other time. So it's another 8 questions. So let's just get started. Question 1, what's his name? This is Hurley. I've said it before. I think I might have even said it in this video, but his name's Hurley. Funny thing about that, I was trying to come up with names for an English Bulldog because there's a lot of like typical English Bulldogs names, you know, things like Bruiser and Brody and Burley and Dozer and Winston. So I was going through names. I had ideas like Atlas and some other stuff, and I happened to be watching Lost, and I was a big fan of Lost back when Lost was on, and I saw the big fat happy guy Hurley, and I thought, big fat happy guy, big fat happy dog, it's perfect. So he became Hurley. Question 2. What type of pet is it, and what breed or whatever? And I think that's kind of obvious. He's an English Bulldog. It's a very, very distinctive breed. You're never gonna be confused as to whether something is an English Bulldog or not. After I got him, I had a lot of people that were that told me like English Bulldogs are just vet bills on legs and stuff like that. But he's really not. He's actually been pretty awesome. He's, as I'll say later, he's 8 years old. He's about to be 8. Almost no health problems. I mean, one time he tore his dew claw out, but, no hip problems, no cherry eye. He doesn't pass out in the heat. I mean, yeah, he's fat and lazy, but, I mean, he's a bulldog, you know. I mean, that's why you got him. Question 3. How long have I had him? I got him back in 2008. He was actually a graduation present, slash birthday present back then. Saw him, fell in love with him. But the family was going on vacation not long after that to Universal Studios, and I thought, well, shit, I can't take a dog home and then like a week later throw him into a kennel. That'd just be mean. So for a month, not counting the week we were gone, leading up to it, I would go and visit him every day before work, because I was working at a bar at the time. And he got so used to seeing me, he'd like jump up and down, he'd run over and say hi, and he'd pee absolutely everywhere. How did I get him? Number 4, like I said, I just bought him from a breeder. They actually had like a little, I don't want to say a pet store, because it wasn't a pet store. It was their little spot where they would have the dogs that they bred. And, like he was in like a kiddie pool with like a little bit of chicken wire around it so he couldn't jump out. Not that this idiot's gonna be jumping out of anything. I don't even think he'd jump out of a kiddie pool to begin with. But, yeah, that's where I got him from. He was actually 6 months old at the time, because bulldogs are kind of expensive, and this was back when the economy was absolutely collapsing, so nobody was buying bulldogs, and he was a little older, so his price was down a little bit, plus I got some back after I got him fixed. I later found out how much a vial of bulldog semen goes for. Number 5, how old is he? He's 8, I mentioned that. Well, he's gonna be 8 in like 3 weeks. His birthday is September 27th. Mark that on your calendar. 6. Quirky things. His favorite toy are balloons. He's not really big on any traditional dog toys or anything like that. Like, I bought him dog toys, he doesn't give a shit about them. But he can chase balloons around forever. He will chase balloons until he collapses from exhaustion. Number 7. What does my relationship with him mean to me? I've mentioned before that I've moved a ton for work. And he's been with me every single move. I mean, he's been by my side basically my whole adult life, my whole pre-college. I don't consider myself I barely consider myself an adult now, but he's been with me since I got out of school. He's been with me for every move. He's been with me since I moved, out of the oil and gas industry and I got back here. hell, just like being alone and sometimes having something to take care of, something that loves you. I mean, that's been very important to me. I often wonder how I'm going to cope when the day finally comes that he's not with me anymore. Because as an 8-year-old bulldog owner, well, as the owner of an 8-year-old bulldog, you start kind of, you know, counting every day as a bonus. So he means a lot to me. Some of my favorite pastimes with him. Well, I mean, he's a bulldog, so it's not like I can talk about times we were climbing mountains together or anything. It's mostly the little things, you know. Like I remember when I was really little, when he was really little, he liked to sleep on my face, and I thought that was just awesome. I don't know, it was just a lot of little things. He's a big car rider. He loves riding in the car. He'll go anywhere with me if I let him. You know, those have been kind of my pastimes, I guess. I mean, aside from that, it's just looking back on just hanging out with him, just being with him, you know? Nicknames. Question 9. I didn't realize there was a question 9. I thought there was just 8, because I'm a genius like that. You know how well I pay attention. I call him stuff like Lump, Wad. So here we sort of joke that he's just a sack full of marmalade. Like, look at him. He's just a sack full of marmalade. You know, Hurley Burley, you know, little things like that. I always wonder that about dogs. Like, you spend time thinking of a name for a dog, and then half the time, 90% of the time, almost all the time, you call him anything but that name. That was the Furry Friends tag quiz meme thing. Thanks, Luke, for tagging me in it. Hope you were at least vaguely interested in learning about me and this little furry fat ass has been with me for all these years, and hopefully he'll be with me for a lot more, you know? So, alright. Hope you had fun. I need to sleep, because I have not slept in some time. So, alright. SGD out.